Hi everybody, it's Eric with Premier Pack. We have the mini Educator from Ecollar Technologies. It's the Ecollar that I like to use most often and give my clients. So we're going to do a little open box here, let you know what to expect and how to set it up. Of course, all my clients will have this set up already before we give it to them. So inside, this is the setup I prefer. We have the transmitter, the receiver, of course. This is what the receiver looks like. This goes on the dog's neck. And these prongs are pretty good for certain applications and for certain dogs with like a shorter fur that work pretty well. However, these wingtips and comfort pads find the connection through longer fur and thicker fur so much easier, and find to get a consistent signal a lot easier and don't have to struggle with getting contact so much. So we're going to put this on the dog. The other collar I like to replace this one with, this is an added accessory here, is one you see it has a little bungee strap here. That provides a little flexibility to keep the constant contact when your dog's neck may contract or expand. And also this clip here is super efficient, super helpful. It just simply locks in place. The alternative, like on this one here, is to buckle it every time. Well, with this style, we get to find the size that fits your dog once, buckle it, and then from that point use the clip, which I find to be well worth the added cost of the accessory. So right now, the first thing I'm going to do is change the tips. So we have a little bag full of accessories here, one of which is a tool to take the tips off the receiver. So I'm going to take that out. Actually, I'm going to just take this off the collar right now because I'm not going to use this collar anyhow. So you just push the one end through like this. Over the top. Okay. So now we just have the receiver here. This has a little tool on here that'll fit over the contact points and give you some leverage to unscrew them. Now we're going to take out the Extreme Ultra Wings comfort pads. You can find all this and place orders through ecollar.com. So what we do here is we place it over the existing posts there, and then it has a couple nuts here in the back. Whoops, don't lose those. Put that over top. Simple operation here. Then we're going to use the tool again to just give it a nice tight fit. Okay, so now that's in place. Now we're going to put the bungee strap collar onto the receiver here, which is easy enough. I like to have it pretty close up here because this is all access for huge necks, so it has to be pretty close. So that's about where I'll put it, right there, maybe even closer. Now we're all set. Now, here is the transmitter. The button right here in the middle of the back, it says on, off, light. It has a big L on the button. That's your power switch, okay? You're going to push and hold that for a second. You see how it turns on there. You adjust the level with this dial up here, okay? It's pretty simple. To pair the transmitter to the receiver, there's a red button here, little red dot here, little magnetic switch there. We just match that up. Notice when I do it, the light will turn on here. See that turn green? I'm going to do it again, and it'll turn red, meaning it's off. So now, let's see, it's on. I'm going to turn the dial up a little bit just to get some power. And you see how that's connecting it? Now on the back there are some options for how you want to set it up. You can have it set up where this is momentary and this is continuous, or you can have momentary with momentary booster, or continuous with continuous booster. I only use the continuous button because I feel that if I want to give a little tap, I don't need a separate button for that. I can just push the button and tap the button. So I like to keep things a little more simple. So the buttons are continuous only the way I have it set up. And that will be the black button. And I'll set the red button up for the booster. Now the booster is when the dog needs some extra stimulation right on the fly and you don't want to have to deal with adjusting the dial very quickly. The only thing is, during the conditioning phase and the training, I'll set the booster and talk to you about that because I don't want it to be set too high or too low. You know, each dog kind of responds a little differently to their sensitivity, so I want to adjust that based on how I read the dog. But right now it's set to continuous on the black button, and the booster is the red. So you see. So right now maybe you can see, let's see here, I'll set it to 10. Okay, so now it's 10, right? Okay, but if I hit the booster, it's going to boost it up 5 more. Can you see that? So here's the regular button, here's the boost at 5 right now. Now I may have to go up higher for your particular dog depending on the sensitivity. So that's how it comes out of the box. You have a lanyard you can hook up to it, and you also have a where'd it go? Here it is. A couple other tools, including one you can set up on the prongs themselves to make sure it's getting contact or working properly. So there you go. That's the box opening and initial setup of the Ecollar, the mini Educator from Ecollar Technologies. Alright? Any questions, especially for my clients, let me know. Thanks. Bye.